This is the Influencer Entrepreneurs Podcast with Jenny Melrose, where I strategize with business owners on how to grow and scale their businesses to hit their income goals. This is episode 420 of the Influencer Entrepreneurs Podcast with Jenny Melrose. Today, we're going to talk about what is a unique value proposition and why do you need it for your small business. This is going to be a really important episode. You're going to notice that we are really taking the time to emphasize how you can stand out in a crowded market. And it's important that those of you that are feeling like you don't know exactly who you serve and why you serve them, that you really start to hone in on the information that we're going to be giving to you for this. Now, before we jump into it, I want to make sure that if you haven't already grabbed our growth guide, that you do so. You can go to the show notes. It will be right there for you within the blog post as well as within your podcasting app. You can make sure that you grab that guide. It's going to help you get really clear on a lot of the information that we're dealing with within this episode, because you do have to know how you stand out. So within this episode, we're going to learn what a unique value proposition is, why it's essential for your business, and follow step-by-step instruction to create a compelling UVP that sets you apart from the competition. Now, I know that there's a lot of you out there that are feeling as if you are just screaming in a room all by yourself and no one is hearing you. You're putting content out there on social media, you're putting content out on your blog, you're putting it out on your podcast, and it seems like no one is hearing you. No one knows that you're there. And in order to be found, you have to get really clear on what it is that you are providing for your audience. You cannot simply create random content, throw it against the wall like a piece of spaghetti to see if it's going to stick. You have to go into this with a plan, knowing what your products and services are going to be that you're going to offer to your audience so that you can look at that your business like a business. No longer can you simply rely on page views. And I have been saying this for years. So I'm really hoping that it is starting to get through to you, to those of you that are still continuing to rely on page views. You have to get clear on who you are serving. And this is why we are really starting to hone in on this. And a couple weeks ago, we talked about your personal brand strategy, making sure that people can connect with you and the products and services that you offer so that they are willing to purchase. Today, we're really going to talk about this whole concept of a unique value proposition. What is it that is going to set you apart from others in your niche, in your industry that provide maybe a similar product or service that you do? How is it that you do it differently? What do you do differently that is going to be able to set you apart? This is going to be really important that it is clear how you are different than others. And it needs to be able for your audience to be able to identify with the fact that you solve the problem that they need solved. So if you're not clear on this episode is going to be really helpful for you so that you can be able to define what it is that you are offering to your audience and create this unique value proposition. So let's talk specifics. What is a unique value proposition? It is going to help you differentiate your business, your products, your services from everyone else that is out there. What is it that is special about what you provide? So whether you are a therapist that deals with grief or you are a food blogger that is providing everyday recipes for people, what is it about you that is going to make people want to come to you over someone else? That is what you are trying to determine here. How can you deliver that product or service for them through your marketing and show them that you are the right person for them? You want to make sure that you are using your unique value proposition to be able to attract the right audience and keep those people continuing to come to you. So that instead of stopping at your site for a one-off DIY or a one-off recipe, now instead they subscribe to your newsletter, they grab your opt-in that you're offering them, and they continue to come back to you. What I want to see is I want to see in Google Search Console that one of the number one ways that people are coming to you is for the name of your site or your name in particular. So that we know that people are starting to see you as that expert, that educator that we have been stressing so much over the last couple weeks. So you want to have this unique value proposition, and it needs to have some really key elements to it. We're going to walk you through exactly how to go about creating it step by step. But when you are creating your unique value proposition, you want to make sure that it is very clear on what you do. What do you do? You have to make sure that you are also specific about how it benefits your audience. So what we're looking at, what you do, what is the problem that you solve? And then who is that problem that you are solving for? What are the benefits that they are going to get from you solving that problem? And then we also want to make sure that we are differentiating what makes our business unique. Right? It's called a unique value proposition for a reason, because we want to be able to say how you are unique. And that is going to come from understanding what it is that you offer for your people that's going to be different than everything else. So when we are looking into doing this, we need to understand why a UVP is important. Why is that unique value proposition such an important piece of what we do? The first is that for customer attraction, having a strong UVP draws in customers because it's meeting their specific needs. They identify with what you are offering. They see themselves in the problem that you are solving for them. It also is going to give you a competitive advantage because it is going to set you apart and position you differently than others in your industry. Others are not necessarily taking the time to sit down and be able to clarify this. This messaging that you are creating, this UVP, is going to become part of your messaging throughout your copy, within your graphics, as part of your personal brand strategy. It is also going to help you improve marketing efforts because a UVP creates a foundation for consistent messaging across your marketing channels. So whether it's social media, whether it's your email, whether it's your blog, whether it's your podcast, all the different ways that we have talked about, the ways that you are going to get in front of your audience, that is going to help with your messaging. It's also going to help focus your business strategy because it's going to guide your product development, your marketing, and your sales strategies so that you are making sure that you are staying within this unique value proposition. So let's talk about the key components of a unique value proposition, and then we're going to talk about how to create one. The first is your target audience. You need to be identifying the specific group of people or products or service benefits that you are providing for people. So we're not necessarily going to try to identify each individual product. That's a little something different called a selling proposition, which we'll talk about in future episodes. But what we are trying to do is, what is your overall purpose of what your products are trying to solve for them? What is the overarching reason for it? Are you trying to make it easier to get dinner on the table? Are you trying to make it so that they can spend less money at the grocery store in order to make meals in 15 minutes? Are you trying to make ways for them to be able to help their kids with their ADHD through play therapy and interactions? Understanding that target audience, who is it meant for? You also want to think about the value, the unique benefits and solution that your product offers to them is going to be super important when you are creating this. You're, again, going to make sure that you differentiate what sets you apart from the customers, what makes you different than everyone else. And then also, if you can pull in proof, evidence that actually supports your claims that you are able to deliver on what you are promising. So this is going to come in through testimonials, case studies, maybe even interviews through podcast episodes, which you are going to hear in upcoming episodes on my podcast, so that you can hear from my clients and the things that they have been able to overcome within their business. That is the proof that people need to know that your unique value proposition is actually true, honest, and authentic. Okay, so let's talk about how to create a unique value proposition. The first piece of what you need to do is identify your target audience. You want to really hone in on and research your ideal customer. Who is that person? I don't want you to go after that red ocean like we've talked about in the past. Blue ocean, big pumpkin. Who is it that you ideally want to work with? And then I want you to analyze their needs, pain points, and preferences. What is it that they truly need for their problem to be solved? What are they really struggling with? Think about that transformation they ultimately want. Do they want to fit in that black dress? It's not that they want to lose weight, it's that they want the transformation of feeling comfortable in that cute black dress for maybe New Year's Eve. Now, the second step is going to be to define the problem you're solving. You want to clearly state the problem you are solving overall through your products and services. And then you want to show how your solution directly solves that problem. So you're going to hit on the pain points of what they are struggling with, feeling uncomfortable in your own skin, wanting to feel more energy now that you're 40 and going through pre-menopause. Here's your solution. I'm going to show you how to get your energy back, feel good in your skin, and look great in that sexy black dress for New Year's Eve. That's your transformation. That's how you're showing you're solving that problem. Step 3 is to understand your competition. You want to actually take a look at the competition that's out there. What are they doing? What are you doing differently? How is what you are doing going to be better? You want to identify how the competition actually positions themselves. Where are they saying their strengths are? What are they saying that the problems are that they solve? And then you want to find gaps or opportunities to differentiate. So if you're noticing there's a certain target audience that's being totally disregarded, or a specific pain point that is being disregarded, that is where you want to make sure that you are emphasizing and potentially get out your messaging to that target audience. Step 4 is to highlight your key benefits. You want to focus on the core benefits of your overall products and services. What is it ultimately that you are solving for them? And then you want to use data and testimonial to back up your claims like we talked about. You want to make sure that you can provide them with numbers. Have you helped someone save money? Have you helped someone save time? All of those are going to be important in highlighting this.
Hey there, guys. My name is Melanie from Mostly Under Control, and I am a member of Jenny's Influencer Entrepreneurs Insiders membership. I've been a part of it since 2017, and over these 6 years, I've taken full advantage of the weekly trainings that Jenny offers and the monthly group coaching. The group coaching is probably my favorite part of the membership. Jenny has taught me so many things for my business. She helped me niche down and write and teach about what I wanted so that I wouldn't burn out. In addition to what she teaches, the networking I've done with other members has been invaluable. I recommend her membership to all of my online business owner friends because it is worth every single penny.
Step 5 is going to be to craft a clear and concise UVP statement. You want to write a simple, focused statement that explains what your product or services do, who it's for, and what makes it unique or better. And then step 6 is going to be to test and refine. You're going to test your unique value proposition with your real customers. Are they identifying with it? Are they staying on your website more? Are they perusing more of the content that they have? Are you signing up for their email list? Are they opening your emails when you send them? You want to make sure you're looking at the data. And then you want to use feedback to refine and improve your messaging. So if someone is unclear on what it is that you do, you want to make sure that you really hone in on that. So here is a unique value proposition example. It is actually mine. At Influencer Entrepreneurs, we help female business owners stop trading time for money by providing step-by-step education according to your business needs. Unlike others, we differentiate our instruction because small businesses are not one size fits all, which ensures that our clients see growth in their visibility and profits in their business. Clear, concise, you know who it's for. You know what it is that we're looking to do, and you know what's going to set me apart from everyone else that's out there. All right, I hope you take this episode and really start to put this as in the forefront of your mind. You have to be able to clearly define what it is that you do for others. And if you haven't already grabbed our strategic growth plan, do so. Again, it is linked in your podcasting app or within the blog post so that you can make sure that you are getting that. Is going to help you really get clear on this and ask you a lot of these questions so that you can help define your unique value proposition. All right, you guys, until next time, I will see you all then.